Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And hot dog, look at that, a lust or strength card. This is an appetite, right? You are hungry. You have such a passion and a courage right now in your life. I think that you've stepped into your power. I think that you are raring to go. You seem to be a very creative person, and I don't know if it's like traditionally creative, like you're an artist or a poet or you draw or paint or whatever. But I feel like you have a creativity that's just like surging through you. You have an enthusiasm right now that is infectious. You're somebody that other people can't help but be inspired by. It's like it literally is infectious. Your enthusiasm. And with this card, I think sometimes we need to know how to pull it back a little bit. Because this is, let's say that appetite, that hunger, that enthusiasm, that courage to sort of, get things done and to accomplish things. Sometimes this card may feel like it's invincible. Feels like nothing could go wrong. It feels like we have this stature about us that we're just, that we're just like, we're so large that we could just reach up and pull a star out of the night sky. It's that kind of stature. And it's very good energy for you. I think that this is really like you're in your energy right now. You're shining. And it feels very hot, and it's very inspirational. Let's see where this card's sort of taking you. Let's see what else is going on here with your energy. And we're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. There's a two of Cups. Maybe love. Maybe. Don't shoot the messenger. It could be romance that's going on right now. It could be that you're very, when you're in sort of a new relationship, and you sort of have that confidence and everything just feels good. It feels like nothing could go wrong. And we're in that sort of passionate energy with someone. It doesn't have to be a person though, right? Put your pitchforks away. It could be. But it could be that excitement, that enthusiasm when we're just starting a new project, something that you really, truly love. That's what I know. Okay? Whether it's a person, a place, a thing, an idea, a purpose, a hobby, it could be anything. Okay? Let's keep going. Well, we've got that adjustment energy. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got a Six of Swords. Now, I'm just going to say this. If you're in that kind of a relationship with someone, start considering making it official, right? Sometimes the adjustment card and the Six of Swords talks about plans for marriage, plans for a more official union, a more binding agreement going forward, okay? This doesn't have to be romance. Again, it could be your creative love, your passion project. These energies are kind of saying maybe we need to make it something a little bit more official. Maybe you should be doing this full time. Maybe it should be your business. It should be your main gig rather than a side gig or side hustle. Yeah. Well, let's keep going. Got the 7. Now the 7 is a very important correction on our lust or strength card because we feel that we're invincible. Well, we're up against, there will be challenges, okay? And so it's important that we recognize that. because then if we sort of aren't prepared for the obstacles or the challenges or the bumps in the road, when we get the bumps in the road, we're going to think there's something wrong with the car. It's not. The car is doing what it's supposed to do, So it's good that we have that Seven of Wands anyway. Over here we have the Ace of Wands. And now, come on now. Now we got the Lover's card, the Two of Cups, the Lust card, and the sort of marriage energies or the contractual obligation. They're taking things to a next level. If you're in a relationship now and it feels like this is the one, it is the one. Okay? And make that commitment. Right? Sign those papers. Enter into that contract. If this is your passion project, if you have discovered something that you absolutely love and you have this hunger for, you eat, sleep, and dream it, you can't wait to wake up in the morning and do this activity, it's the one, and make that your life's work. Make that your life's focus. Okay? This is intense. This is a blessing. Let's keep going. We've got a Five of Cups in the position of what we don't want. But just as the Seven of Wands is sort of what we need for that, we're going to realize that we need the Five of Cups. Okay? And we'll explain why. And there's the Star. Yes, see, this is fate. Right? This is your destiny. No doubt about it. This is the one. This is your fate. Okay? We're going to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Tiny Bob Ross. Happy little Bob. Served us well for this energetic cycle of readings. Of course, Pisces, you're closing out that energetic cycle. Okay. We're not going to look at that mystery card until the end of the reading, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation and the conclusion that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments down below. I feel like you'd probably get it right now. If you trust yourself, I think you'll get it. Let's look around the room. We've got a lot of majors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcana energies. We've got the the formal partnership and the passion that's there too. So these two together are very nice. I mean, sometimes you have the lust or the love or the passion or the infatuation, but there's really nothing serious about it. It's just sort of a fling. It's just an affair, right? It's just a hobby I like to do on the weekends, and I'm not really taking it seriously. But no, you've got this underneath the surface, this adjustment card showing that sort of binding seriousness. If this is if this is a hobby, let's say you're a painter, this is you taking it serious. This is not just something you do on the weekends when you're bored. No, this is something that really means something to you. And it's something that you have a commitment and you're willing to commit to it as the thing. Okay? It has the passion and the lust that the attraction that we want. Right? There is the compatibility in that area, but then there's also this sort of more long-term compatibility. Beautiful. Maybe this is the first sort of blatant love romance reading that we've ever done here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. It's not that I shy away from those readings, but it's usually love and romance specifically is a kind of small part of the overall picture. See, these are life readings. This isn't a love reading. Well, every reading is a love reading, but it's not a romance reading. It's not a career reading. It's not a family reading. It's not even a spiritual reading. It's a life reading. And life is a little bit love. It's a little bit romance, friends, family. It's a little bit money. It's a little bit career. It's a little bit spiritual. It's everything, right? It's a life reading. And your life right now might be focused on whatever this love and passion is that you need to commit to it. Okay? You need to make this your main gig. Whether it's romance, whether it's a hobby, whatever it is. This is really, really stunning, really intense. And of course, you've got the Lover's card and the Star card. The Lover's card is kind of showing that, We've been hit with that arrow, with Cupid's arrow, and something just sort of smacked us right in the heart, and we just got inspired. We just fell in love with something. Could be a person. It could be a hobby or an art form or a spiritual path, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. That you feel as if something has taken over you, something has sort of like you've been speared and now you're just being dragged toward it. And when that happens, sometimes the mind could kick in. It's not doing that here. Sometimes the mind can kick in and say, wait a minute. Is this what I really want, or am I just sort of being overwhelmed by the moment? You know? You're getting that star card at the end, which says, no, you're not just getting fooled. You're not just being taken for a ride. You're not just infatuated. You're not being you're not being seduced, right? No, this is something real. This is your destiny. This is your fate. Okay, this is the real deal. This is your fate. I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. Major arcana, strong confirmations. We've got fire, right? We've got water. We've got air, perfect air. What we don't have right now is the earth energy. Because I think all of this more subtle energy that we see, the spiritual energy, the will and the attention, the thinking and the feeling, need to all sort of coalesce and crystallize into an earth card. A card of saying, okay, I'm making it a reality. I'm making it final. I'm putting the pieces together and it's becoming something real and tangible in this world, you know. Maybe the mystery card is going to be some earth energy. That's my prediction. 10 of Pentacles or 9. Or maybe an ace even, you know, it could be. But the Two of Cups, I think, is your experience of being with this thing. When you are doing this thing, this work, when you're hanging out with this person, when you're involved in this study, when you're involved in this religious or spiritual worship, when you're painting with your paints on your canvas, when you're with your guitar, whatever it is, you know, whatever it is, wherever it is, or whoever it is, when you're with that, it's overwhelmingly great. It's the most alive you've ever felt. It feels like you can conquer the world. It's inspiring you. It's just it's lit you up to where other people are infected with your enthusiasm. This really is the best feeling ever here. Okay. And down beneath the surface, like I said, with the Libra energy here, it feels as if this is something that you really do take seriously, that you're kind of like, hey, you know, I can see some long-term things here. Maybe, you know, I do want something that's more permanent, right? The thing with the lust card here is that sometimes it is just infatuation. Sometimes it is just a fleeting affair. But you've got that Libra energy underneath the surface that says, I want something long-term. I want something I can commit to. I want something that I can turn into a life, that I can build something with. You know, whether it's a person, a romantic relationship, whether it's sort of a skill or a hobby or an art form, or anything else. I can see myself with this thing or this person long term. And so I think you're the type of person that you're not looking for just, variety and diversity and all this stuff. Like, you want to find the one. You want to find the thing or the person or the practice or the hobby, the art form that you can commit yourself to long term. You know, this card's underneath the surface. I kind of feel like it's in you. You're ready. This is who you are. You know, but it's got to be the right one. And so I think that is sort of what we're doing here with the Queen of Cups in the background position, is that you're searching yourself very deeply. You're trying to do all that emotional depth work. You're trying to really lift the veil of your own feelings. You're trying to really get down and deep inside yourself to know, is this real or am I dreaming? Is this real? A little Dave Matthews reference there. Is this real, or are you being sort of seduced right? Did you sort of get hit with Cupid's arrow, or is this authentic? Do you really feel this way about this, or is this just kind of, it's fun for now, right? And so you have a high degree of emotional intelligence, and you're really trying to do that radical sort of emotional honesty and transparency so that you can see that, yeah, hey, this is real, this is authentic. That you really feel this way, you feel as if this is the one. Okay? And the one even is suggested in the Two of Cups itself, because it's two that are sort of becoming one, or two that are being fed by the same source. You're drinking from the same well as this other thing. You cut from the same cloth, you're built from the same mold kind of thing. You belong together, you know. And the Queen of Cups is you realizing that, knowing that. The queens always look at the past too. So this is you looking at all of the times in your life where maybe you thought you found the one, but it wasn't the one. What do you know about those things? What have you learned? What do you understand about your past that is helping you to realize that this is the one, that this is the one? Not just what kind of feels good now, but what is going to be, more permanent, more long-lasting. The queens always look at the past in an attempt to understand the past. We're not living in the past, but we're trying to understand it. We're trying to realize what all those other things were about so that I can compare them to this thing and be like, this one's real. Those were missing one thing or the other or something. This one, though, this one is the one, right? And then, of course, we can go up here with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is the result of the Queen of Cups, sort of retrospective, right? And really coming to that emotional conclusion that, yeah, this is the one, right? And now we have that understanding, right? We have sort of a mental confirmation that, okay, yeah, the mind agrees with you, right? The mind and the heart are sort of in agreement. You've searched your feelings, you've had this emotional transparency, and the mind says, yep, I concur. This is also the sort of feeling as if this must be fate. This must be part of the divine plan for me. And I think that there was something sort of odd or interesting in the way that you met this person or met this thing or came to do this activity. I feel like there was something weird there. There was something, it was just like a weird twist of fate, and it's got to be destiny. I feel like this is sort of you and this, if it's a person, you and this person are going to have a pretty fun story to tell about how you met or how things sort of came about. Yeah. And maybe this is the way you sort of stumble into doing this art or to realize that you had this skill or that you had this love or this passion or this talent for something, whatever we're talking about here. It's hard not to just assume that it's romantic love, though, This is seeing everything as part of the divine plan. And there's nothing here that really denies it. It's hard not to just agree with it. As much as I maybe am looking for something to give you a way out of this, there's not really, right? We're getting over here to the 7. 7's close to this 5. Now, when we're on the path of the dove, the 5 of Cups, this position of the dove and serpent spread is the energy that we do not want. When we're over here, we don't want this. We don't want the disappointment. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to be sad. I'm in this really loving, excited, passionate energy. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be let down. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to have any of that, right? So we're rejecting that card, that 5 of Cups. We don't want it. We realize moving into the future position, we're going to have a 7 of Wands. There's going to be bumps in the road. There are going to be challenges. This is something that Spirit might have to sort of put you through a couple of potholes and stuff to see if you really can you handle the ups and downs of any relationship, any sort of, maybe this is a career thing, it's a shifting into a new career, whatever. Can you handle the opposition? Can you handle the bumps in the road? Can you handle when you're trying to make plans, but one of yous have to go to work or something and you can't see each other that day, Can we handle those kinds of challenges or little bumps in the road? Or when there's a misunderstanding, or when there's just a conflict of like, there's a disagreement about what we're going to have for dinner, or even bigger things, right? I think maybe it starts out kind of small. Maybe there's going to be some larger challenges too down the road. It's okay. It's all just a test of our commitment and our bond and our union, if we can handle those things. Okay, and so you're ready for that, and you know that it's not going to be just smooth sailing, happily ever after for the rest of our lives. There's going to be challenges. We're going to fight about money sometimes. We're going to fight about what to do with our lives, or where to go, or where to move, or where we want to live. There's going to be moments of, maybe the trust gets stressed a little bit or something. Like those things happen, okay? And that's why when we get to the path of the serpent, the 5 of Cups is the card that we realize we need. We need those little bumps in the road. We need those little challenges because they help to strengthen us. They strengthen the bond. And the 5 of Cups too, if we meet with a little bit of sadness or disappointment, or we're starting to have some sort of, let's say, unpleasant feelings about something, we have to be able to express that. We need that. We need to express those feelings. What's the old adage where they'd say if any couple that never fights, there's something wrong there. You don't want to fight all the time, but you got to argue sometimes. You've got to have disagreements sometimes. You got to feel that this is a safe place for you to express your feelings, even the unpleasant ones. If you need to, we don't want to do it too much, obviously, or we don't want to impose that on everybody, but you've got to feel comfortable enough that the two of you are strong enough to endure some of those ups and downs, some of those negative emotions. At least it's a safe place where you can do that, We're going to talk about the path of the serpent now. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. It supports the channel. I appreciate that. Share the video with your friends and family, and also, I have another channel, Dove and Serpent Bedtime Stories. I try to post 1 or 2 stories a week. So go check that out. If you like that sort of thing, subscribe over there and say hi. All right. Your general energy is this Ace of Wands. And of course, this is concentration. This is commitment. This is saying that this is your number one focus. That this has become your main thing in life. Okay? And it's sort of an interesting thing too when we talk about the 7 of Wands in relationship with the Ace of Wands. Okay? Now this isn't going to take back what I already said about the 7 of Wands, but in relationship with the Ace of Wands, I feel like your realization about this love is going to take your energy away from a lot of things that you've been sort of banging your head against that haven't been working. And you're going to realize what you need to be focusing on. Okay? Because maybe it comes this comes a little bit easier. This feels more natural. It feels right. Okay? So in other words, you've been applying your energy to some of the wrong things. And this, I think, is a correction of that. Okay? This is sort of like you're banging your head against the wall. Let's stop doing that. That's not healthy, And this, I think, now is you focusing on what really matters. Focusing on what is really important. I feel like I have a hair on my hand, but I think it's my nerves. This is really good. This is, I think, a removal of some blockages from your life. Because this is kind of like, if you're that central wand, that little staff, that wooden wand right there, you're up against all those other wands, It's kind of like you're trying to push forward in something, but you're blocked. The way has been blocked for you. This now is free-flowing creative energy. This is just, there's a hair on me. This is free-flowing energy. Okay? So it is about the removal of this sort of a blockage of your focus, a blockage of your will, your spirit, your concentration, your creative energy. Applying ourselves to the wrong stuff. Okay? We're removing those blockages. Blockage is gone. Free-flowing energy now. And of course, in the environment, we've got the connection, we've got that inspiration. This is a relationship, whether it's with your guitar or with the library or with your religion or with another person or whatever. It's a relationship that is inspiring you to other things, to greater things, to more creativity. And that's kind of one of the markers for you. If this is right for you, it should be inspiring you to grow. It should be inspiring you to do more, to learn more, to be better, to improve your life. You know? And that's what we see here with this card in the environment. Just the way I said that you're sort of inspiring others and that your energy is infectious to other people and it's inspiring them. This relationship, if it's meant for you, it will be one that encourages you to become your best self, to live your best life. This is someone that wants the best for you and is encouraging. It's that relationship itself that's encouraging you to do more, to grow, to continue on this path of evolution. Yeah. And of course, we got that Five of Cups, which is the card we need. We need to be able to handle the emotional energy, the pleasant and unpleasant, emotions that everybody is going to have naturally. Some of us are more moody than others, etc. There will be little bumps in the road, and we realize that it's not, it's not a derailing of the train. It's just sort of some bumps on the track, We've got the Star card at the end here, which I think is the confirmation that this really is your fate. This really is your destiny. Okay. And in a way, this card is all about inspiration too, because we see the divine light coming in through the top, and it's like we're being inspired by spirit, and then it's flowing out from the bottom. It's flowing out into the world around us, that we're being inspired to do more things. Like this is something that you want to sing from the mountaintops. You want to go volunteer. You want to create more things. You want to go and adopt a bunch of animals. And you know what I mean? It inspires you to just do more, to be more, to want more, and to kind of to further follow the divine light. It's inspiring, it's encouraging. Yeah. And the Star card, of course, is that energy that it's twofold. It allows us to see what's going on inside of us and where our obstacles are inside of us, where our blockages are, so that we can start working on clearing those blockages away, because the more we clear away the blockages, the more the energy will flow freely through us. And our path will be illuminated, and all these other things in life are going to light up for you. I want to go do that. I want to go do that. I want to do this and create this and be here. And it's just life gets full. I want to look at that mystery card. I'm still thinking 10 of Cups here. Whatever it is, we know we need it, and we know that it's going to be important. So even if it's not a 10 of Cups, right? I want it to be. I don't feel like it's going to be. Whatever it is, we know that it's part of the process and that we need to embrace it. Okay? If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments down below. Let's see. A Two of Pentacles. Well, didn't I say it was going to be some pentacles? Yeah, I did. I said it was going to be the 9 or the 10 of Pentacles, right? That was my first prediction. So I'm sort of right. It is Pentacles, so it is showing action. It's showing proactive movement. It's showing that you are doing the right things to change your life, to push your life, to build your life in this positive direction. I like that we have the 2 of Cups inspiring the 2 of Pentacles, right? It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Or a 2-to-2 ratio, right? The feelings, this emotional state is leading to healthy, positive, adaptive, proactive behaviors. It's leading to you doing the right things for you, for your life, moving forward in this really healthy way. This is the best reading ever. This is, I think that this kind of configuration, this kind of alignment is once in a lifetime. I think this is the real deal. This is fate. Yeah. Now we're going to do an extended reading too, if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces are on Thursdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Subscribe to the Dove and Serpent bedtime stories as well. Let me know what you think of those stories. If you want me to ever read a question or answer a question on air, I'm just considering doing this new thing. It's kind of like the mailbag thing that they used to do in old school television or radio programs, where you can mail a physical letter in to the channel. The address is in the video description of this main reading. It's down there. It's right there. Mail something into the channel, and every once in a while, let me know what zodiac sign you are, okay? Every once in a while, I'll read one of those letters on air. I'll answer the question, or we'll talk about whatever is in the letter and that sort of thing. And it might be kind of fun, and it's a way, I think, to really sort of physically connect with people, because sometimes it feels like this is all just sort of digital, and I like to go back kind of analog, and have this. That's why I'm saying mail something in, not email, but snail mail, I think it would be fun anyway. If you want to do it, go ahead. Also, leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.